All right. How do I want to start this one, man? I'm trying to not be the salacious podcast host, so I gotta be classy now. This is the rebrand.
Classy. Ain't nothing about J Martin classy.
But nah, man, what's going on? I'm Jaxon of Not Jax Productions. You know what? This is the Behind the Shoot podcast created by Not Jax Productions. This is part of kind of a new series, a new thing that I'm doing. Obviously, you guys have seen for the past few people that I've been working for, giving a lot of behind the scenes footage, a lot of behind the shoots footage, and it just kind of turns into a series. And we have not on my sofa, but on his sofa. But ironically, I'm hosting. We have JAE MARTIN, the artist, the Lovestronaut, the visionary, the love wins, all of that great stuff, man. He's got a show coming up, and he's got a bunch of dope pieces of art to show you guys at the show. So we're basically allowing him the floor so he could tell us all about it and tell us how you can pick up some of the pieces and also just to come out and see some of the pieces. So, Episode 1 of Behind the Shoot, the Not Jax Productions podcast. We welcome you, JAE MARTIN. What's going on?
Glad to have you. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
What's going on, man? How you feeling? This is the last episode of the series.
Yeah.
So we're bringing the project to a close, and we really just kind of want to sit here and talk about the process. The first 3 episodes that we shot, some of the behind the shoots that I've posted. Because the way that I post, I create some shit at the house, then I post it, and then I just basically tag y'all in it. So
I love it because marketing and promotion is not my strong point.
Got you.
When you throw those out there, it just makes it a lot easier for me to put stuff out there as well.
Got you. So first, let's just start with what made you even want to do a show? And then when you decided that you were going to actually do a show, what made you decide that you wanted to roll it out this way?
So every year I do a show for my birthday. May 3rd, I've done a show on my birthday, a day after my birthday, a day before. So it was just, something that needed to be done. I always do it. Jay the Lovestronaut came along because I wanted to do a J Martin experience. I want to rent a storefront for about a month or two and have this experience where people come in and see new artwork. They see some old stuff. I do some pop-ups with some other artists in Philly. So this is like the kickoff to that, creating that experience. Letting people know that I'm not just an artist putting up shows in a gallery. It's J Martin's creating an experience for you to come out and enjoy art and enjoy people.
Got you. So what? That's the reason for the show, and that's dope. And happy early birthday. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
But what made you want to go the extra step? Because a lot of people, because we have social media, everybody's able to create their own page, create their own promotions and marketing and stuff like that. But what made you go the extra step to actually decide to hire Not Jax Productions to kind of take it to whatever level that you thought that it was going to go to? Yeah.
I mean, first off, you're a dope creator.
Thank you.
I've been following you for a while. I know you through Nick. Like your work is dope.
Thank you.
And I figured the best way to get people to understand what the Lovestronaut is to create a story behind it. And these episodes help create the story behind what the Lovestronaut is and why I created it and why I continue to push it, every day.
Got you. What did you envision? I mean, obviously we had conversations about it and stuff like that, but I guess what did you envision the process of what we've created being like, and has it been close to, to what is virtually come out to be?
To be honest with you, bro, I think I relied on you to create that. What do you think that vision is? Just based on just the story that I want to tell.
Got you.
All I know is that I wanted to explain what the Lovestronaut was, let people take a glimpse of me creating And you took that to another level. And I think the story is not just showcasing what the Lovestronaut is, but it's also showcasing how two creatives can collab and allow each other to do what they do. And I'm the first one to tell you that when I collab with somebody, I'm not trying to pressure them into doing or creating the way I create. I want them to, I want their work to shine through just as much as mine.
Right, got you. No, I like that. And I got that vibe, that feel. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that about you, because a lot of, whether they're creatives or not, sometimes some people do have like a laser sharp energy that kind of dips over into micromanagement.
Yep.
Which kind of takes away from, like you said, like just getting the right people in position and let them do what they do, and then just let it, you know what I'm saying, blossom from there. But I did see Nick raise her hand over there, so she has a mic. So you're not going to be able to see her, people on camera, but you will be able to hear her. So what do you got, Nick?
Hi, guys. It's Nick, BTS for Not Jax Productions. And I just wanted to add on to Jay's comment of giving you his concept and allowing Not Jax Productions to tell the story. And I'll say, working for Not Jax Productions for some time now, one of the things that Jaxon is excellent at is telling a story. If you guys know and have seen some of his salacious IG lives and things like that, you guys already know that he is superb at telling a story. So one of the points Jay brought up of allowing you to tell the story, I thought was just very, very key and clutch in this scenario, and especially for the somewhat of the first episode of Behind the Shoot podcast.
Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? But thank you for that. I think that's a part of visuals that a lot of people kind of like forget about. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even though when you watch a TV show or when you watch a movie or when you watch a music video, like, you are being told a story, you just really don't know it because you're so focused on the visual image of it. You know what I mean? But I liked the way that you did create a space for me to kind of come up with an idea, and then you would always be like, all right, cool, bet, like, let's do that. Yeah, you know what I'm
saying? I'm super easygoing, so trust me, if it wasn't gonna fit into what the story was supposed to be, I would have said, no, let's go a different direction. Yeah. But no, everything fit right in. Like, the Lovestronaut is that character, right? It's that character that allows you to be you. It's not forcing you to be somebody else to share what you do. So the Lovestronaut represents everybody. So allowing you to help create what that story is based off of knowing what the Lovestronaut is, knowing who JAE Martin is, knowing the work that I do, it just made it a lot easier.
How did you come up with the character?
The Lovestronaut? That's a good one. So love wins has always been my mantra for my artwork. And I wanted to figure out how I can take that mantra further. And just sitting down, going through images online and looking on my phone, and I ran into the astronaut. The astronaut is just that. It's a character. It's a person that goes beyond Earth. It goes out to the universe. They go to the moon. They're trying to go to Mars. They're trying to go past that. So what better way to spread love is by taking that person that goes beyond Earth and beyond what we just see, day to day, and try to spread that throughout the universe.
Got you. When did you come up with that?
Lovestronaut's been around for maybe like 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
But I think this year, I did a project with it's a card group, like collector's cards. Mm-hmm. I did a project with them. The creative is the Creatives Project, and it's a group of maybe 60 or 70 artists that all designed a trading card, 3 trading cards for a set. And I took the Lovestronaut character that I came up with a while ago, and I actually drew it out.
Oh, okay.
So the character that we see now is the Lovestronaut.
Dope.
And that will continue to be the Lovestronaut. So it spawned its own brand. I have 3 trading cards that I created, doing 3D figures, wood cutouts. Like the character itself is what's going to spread the brand.
Got you. Now with every single thing that every single piece of art that you've created from the Lovestronaut character, is that going to be at the show? And at the show, is it just a viewing, or are these items able to like be purchased also?
So everything's on sale. What I'm creating for the show, I'm presenting 47 pieces. I'm turning 47.
Okay.
It just felt like ambitious.
Yeah,
ambitious.
Nick is 39 for the past
39.
couple decades. She's 39.
So I wanted to present 47 pieces to people, but majority of those are going to be all new. It's a mix of these hearts that I do, which is the heart of the Lovestronaut, and the character itself, the Lovestronaut.
Got you. My mom like basically watches every single post that I that I put out, right?
So you gotta be careful what you say.
And she used to me now, but I think remember in the very first episode that we shot here over there, and I was trying to like set up to where it was like your face and the microphone and then like the heart in the back, and it was like I probably set that up for at least like 30 minutes or something, right? And I ended up using like only like 2 seconds of it, but it was still the look that I was like really going for. So to me it was worth it. But she, obviously when she watched it, she was like, "Oh man, that's a really dope piece in the back of the heart or whatever." Even though it was only like 2 or 3 seconds, it was like the thing that she noticed the most out of it. So far as she went so far to like really comment about it or whatever. But that's a really dope piece that he's
invite
talking,
her out to
the
show.
about.
Tell her come on out.
Man, she is in St. Louis. I mean, I'll invite her because she would. But yeah, she would. But we gonna be shooting that. She's coming out here for not out here, but she'll be in New York later in May.
Okay.
So I ain't gonna put too much pressure on her because she will pull up. But yeah, shout out to you, Mom, man. Love you. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Mom. Thank you.
But back to the show, to the pieces. What made you land on wanting to showcase the Lovestronaut, since you said it's been out for a couple of years now?
It's almost like a rebranding.
Okay.
Before I was using clip art, not clip art, but stock photos and some already created characters, adding my spin to them and putting them out because the Lovestronaut's supposed to be just different people. In rebranding, I decided that the Lovestronaut is one character taking love from everybody and spreading it throughout the universe. So you'll see the Lovestronaut character is the same on every piece, every shirt, but he's doing different poses. I just came up with a new one that I'm going to present at the show as well. Creatives are always coming with the last minute stuff. So
Got you.
it's actually at home 3D printing right now.
Okay. The one that you showed me?
Yeah.
Okay. It's fire too. Yeah, it's fire. Yeah.
So I'm going to present that one. There's another Lovestronaut that's holding 4 balloons that spell out love. I'm going to have that one at the show as well. It's all about taking that character and showing, he's going to present love to everybody.
How does the character parallel to who you are? Like, are you is that your
Alter ego?
I don't even want to say alter. Well, I don't even know if that's a good thing or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, I guess how does it manifest in like your real life, like relationships with the people that you love and love you and stuff like that?
So my fiance will tell you that I'm too nice.
Okay.
And I think for me is I grew up with both mom and dad in the house, and my dad was a little rough with people. But my mom was very kind. Like, no matter who it was, she was kind to you. She could have just met you right now, sat down with you for an hour, talked to you, and 10 weeks later, she sees you again. She'll ask you how you're doing, how your family is, and she remembers what you guys talked about, and she'll ask questions about that. She was very kind to people, and it was one of the last things she said to me was make sure you're kind to people. And I think that's what the Lovestronaut is. Being kind, spreading love, not necessarily taking the bad shit that's going on in the world on as bringing you down, but taking it on as a challenge to spread love to people and try to overcome all the bad stuff that's going on.
Got you. Nah, that's fire. That's dope. That's awesome. I've been told that too. Too nice.
Yeah.
And
she says it all the time.
it's
Too nice. And then she hits me because she's a bully. But I love her to death.
She's back there.
Yeah, she's gonna be. She's
back there listening to every word. That's hilarious, man. All right, so let me ask you a couple of questions about the process of just like the shooting and stuff that we did. So the first thing, out of the 3 episodes that we shot, obviously not including this one because we just sit down chopping it up. But out of the 3 episodes, which one was your favorite and why? But then also, what were your favorite parts of each one?
Favorite one, I would say, is Graffiti Pier.
Okay.
I've always wanted, like I said, to be a graffiti artist. That was the second time that I've ever spray painted on a wall outside. And when I say I'm in love with graffiti and creating like that, it's in all my pieces. Like, no matter if I'm painting something, there's always spray paint. Or there's always a paint marker or a mop that I use. So that one was my absolute favorite episode.
Got you.
As far as favorite parts, I think episode 1 in creating and showing that process, people don't usually get to see that. And being able to do that in that space of time and people get the idea of how I create, that was one of my favorite parts as well.
Dope. Nick, what about you? You were there for 1 and 3, and then obviously a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. She just dropped the mic. If y'all heard that, I don't know how that's gonna sound because this is the first time I've done handheld mic, so I have no idea what that's gonna sound like. But anyway, what was your favorite? You weren't here for the second one, which I made fun of you on one of the BTS. But every other step of the way that you've been able to be a part of it. So what would you say?
Graffiti Pier. I think Graffiti Pier has been my favorite thus far, because I get a chance to see, my friend create. Like I'm in the studio with him. I get to see him do all the different things and create on the laptops, the computers, and be able to see it printed or put on shirts and things like that. But actually being able to see him create on something that was just so raw was, I thought, pretty fucking cool. So yeah,
It actually makes me want to make a movie.
Yeah, you said that when we were watching.
I don't know what it's gonna be
but
about.
what made you say that though?
I just the way the episode is put together, it makes it feel like it's a trailer.
Okay.
It makes it feel like you're about to take a journey with JAE MARTIN.
You know what would be? I just came up with a. This is how my mind works though. But you know what? Like, as you were saying that, I mean, obviously, I know what you're talking about because we was there, right? But what it makes me think of is going to like tagging the Lovestronaut around the city or around wherever the setting is, in where
States.
where the worst parts are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like where what's the most stereotypical like worst place to live, and people are mean and people are absent of love.
Right.
And maybe this will be like the mustard seed that they need in order
Right.
to like actually
That's
create it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what the stories would be in between that, but that was the first thing I thought of when you just said that.
My brother in New York, he created he's doing a documentary on his life. He sings, produces, raps. He's doing a documentary on his life. And that's the thing, right? You can do documentaries on your life and you don't have to be dead. Like,
yeah. Don't wait till you become famous to tell the world your story. I'm sorry. That's just
lob that one right in there for you. But
real rap though, real shit.
He wants to create a spinoff of his documentary going into the life of JAE MARTIN. And I think this would be a dope segue into that, telling my story. I'm not a typical artist. I'm not an artist that came from a broken home. You know, I had both my parents. My mother spoiled us. She sent us on trips everywhere. She bought us whatever she wanted. Even up until I had my first child, she made sure that my son went on trips. If he needed clothes, she bought him clothes. Like if he needed food in the house, she helped do that. So I'm not from a typical, I don't have that backstory where we're talking about, oh, I had a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
My backstory is I came from a home of love, and I want to spread that.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's a good change for people to see that, not always seeing, oh, that person struggled to get where they are. No, my mother held my hand. Like I'm proud to say I was a mama's boy. I am a mama's boy, even though she's not here. I'm still a mama's boy because I use that in my art, and it makes people smile. So that's my job as the Lovestronaut. Smile and help people see love visually from my artwork.
That's fire. I never knew that was a stereotype of like artists. I knew it was for like athletes or like rappers, people in music, but not necessarily for artists though.
Maybe not necessarily for artists, but that's the backstory that sells.
Oh, okay. I got you.
That backstory will get a lot more attention than, a backstory of, I went to one of the top high schools in New York. Like, my mother, if she struggled, we didn't see it.
Yeah.
She kept that from us because that's not something she wanted us to have to worry about besides being, two kids in the city enjoying life.
Yeah.
And that's the story I want to spread. Like,
I got you. Do you? Well, we won't call them. I won't call them struggles. Do you have challenges since you are presenting art that comes from a different vantage point?
Confidence. That's my struggle. Confidence. People will say, "Hey, your art is dope," all the time, right? And it's still hard for me to see that. It's still hard for me to, grasp that idea of like, oh, they really love my art. Like, but
why do you think that is though?
I don't know. Couldn't explain it to you. There's something called imposter syndrome, where a creator or a basketball player will say they know they're dope. They could be Jordan level, but they don't feel like they're doing enough to be dope. Yeah. And I struggle with that on a daily basis when I create. So that's my struggle. I mean, you'll ask Cindy if we're at a show and it's a gallery show, she'll have to kick me out front to talk to people. Like I don't know, the confidence just,
Do you? I don't want to get too deep, but sometimes I can't help have questions come up, right? So like, because I'm all too familiar with imposter syndrome, and you kind of knowing that you're pretty decent at something, but you can't fully 100% believe it, because maybe for me personally, right? It's if I was really that good at said thing, then all of my boxes would be checked in terms of like the results of it.
Right.
Is that
That's part of it.
okay?
That's a big part of it.
Okay.
I mean, people always say you shouldn't watch what everybody else is doing. You should do your own thing. But it's hard to do that.
Yeah.
As a creator, it's hard to do that.
Yeah.
There's millions of people out there that are artists, and not everybody makes it to the top of being an artist while they're alive.
Yeah.
So it's almost impossible not to see that. I think the part that we have to do is know that the work we're doing and know the reason why we're doing it, and take that as the success.
Yeah.
And check that box.
That's so tough.
It's so tough.
That sound like you. This is my dad probably texted that to me this week. In one way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? Like that's my parents. My mom is like the support everything you do, no matter what it is. I'm gonna support you 100%. And then my dad is like the coach, where it's like it's almost like when things are good, they're not as good as you think. But also when things are bad, they're not as bad as you think. You know what I'm saying? And there's always something to go back to the lab to work on. Like there's always something or if you had a really bad performance, there's always something positive to grab from it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it just reminded me of that, because I've been getting that speech for my whole life, and it's still difficult to do. It's still difficult to run your own race and put the blinders on and look at the journey as the success itself. Like, because it's all so cliche, but at the end of the day, it's like it is true.
Yeah.
But it's only true if you're able to put it to apply it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like
and that's the hardest
thing.
thing.
My other best friend, Colin, will tell you in a heartbeat, it's your journey. It's nobody else's journey. It's your journey. Enjoy your journey, and you take that journey as fast or as slow as you want. Because at the end of it, the only person that really needs to sit down and say, I completed my journey, is you. Yeah. That's it. No one else can tell you when you're finished your journey, or how much more you need to go, or how much more you need to do. It's all when when that journey is finished for you.
That's true. That's true. What tell us about the speaking of journeys, the journey to May 4th, the Lovestronaut show. What are your your goals for it? What are your intentions for it? What do you hope that people leave the show with that they didn't come in with?
I want people to take some pieces home.
All right, go with some pieces.
I'm not going front.
Right.
When somebody takes a piece of me home with them, and it just means that piece brought out this feeling that they can't live without.
Yeah.
And when it's up on their wall, it's something that constantly reminds me of that feeling, and that means I succeeded in what that piece was for. As far as my events are to have a good time. I want people to come in and I don't want you to feel like it's a stuffy venue where you got to be, let's go look at art. No, come sipping tea and sipping wine. No, come in, have a good time.
Right.
Chop it up, and feel the love that the Lovestronaut is trying to spread. Like when you leave the event, I want you to leave happy, smiling.
I got you. Where's it gonna be? What time? All of that good stuff.
So JAE the Lovestronaut will go down at the Imaginarium. That's where all the love is. It will be from 6 to 10, May 4th, which is a Saturday, purposely on Saturday so more people can come out. Mm-hmm. There's 2 tiers of tickets on Eventbrite. There's a free ticket And then also there's a commemorative ticket for $47 where you get a tote bag, you get a small print of all three of the Lovestronauts, keychain, stickers, something to remember that night.
Okay. That's dope. That's dope. How I remember I think it was the second where we were outside, I think.
Okay.
And I was but before we went outside, we walked in here, or I walked in here, and I think he was like putting resin or something, or he was doing something. And I think I had asked you he was doing something. And I was asking you, like, how long did it take you to, like, make a piece? And I'm thinking you was going to say, like, a week or a couple of weeks. And you was like, man, I made this shit, like, I just started this a couple hours ago or something. So I said that to say, well, yeah, I was going to say on average, how long does it take for you to make a piece? But also, because you've been doing this for so long, are you able to work faster because you've had that amount of experience? Or have you always just been a person who just, like, you get an impulse and then you just like go and do it real quick?
So the longest part of creating for me is coming up with the idea and fighting through the confidence to put the piece out.
Really?
Really. But
That's
once
crazy.
I am like, okay, this is the piece I'm going to put out, it can take me 3 hours.
That's crazy.
The longest it's taken me to create a piece, I would say, is maybe 2 weeks. And that's because I kept putting it down and kept rethinking it. Mm-hmm. I find that if I take longer on a piece, I rethink it too much. And it doesn't come out the way I envisioned it the first time.
Gotcha.
So it's not rushing through it. It's just making sure that that snapshot that I took of that piece is what I get out.
That's craziness. That is kind of crazy to hear because your work is really, really phenomenal.
Appreciate it.
That's
like there was
like no, I'm just okay. So it was a pause because when you say you're afraid to put it out because of what? Because of
just feeling like it won't be accepted
by who?
The masses. And then that's where I fight with myself to say, okay, it's not about the masses. It's about you putting it out and showing the masses this is what you're saying.
I got you.
And again, like, I won't put out a piece unless Cindy says, yeah, it's good. Okay. I won't sign it. I honestly won't sign a piece until
Really?
Yep.
Has
And
there
that was
ever
from day one that she started managing me.
Has there ever been one that she gave the thumbs down, but you really thought it was a thumbs
Yep.
up? Really?
So I did a piece maybe 3 years ago of Cindy's eyes. It was a 36 by 36 canvas. And I loved the piece. And Cindy was like, no, I don't want that out because it's my eyes. Like, she didn't want to put it out. And it wasn't necessarily because the piece wasn't good. Mm-hmm. It was because it was her.
I got you.
And she didn't want to put it out. And I tell you, I put that piece out anyway. And we did a show.
Jackson cracking up. He loves a good controversial moment, boy.
That's hilarious.
Put it out, and we maybe 3 weeks later we had a show, and it was up. It displayed it at the show, and can I tell you, a doctor came in and said, I want that piece, and bought it. And I just looked at her. I was like, I told you. and she had to deliver it to him, which was even better.
Oh man, that is hilarious, man.
Yeah, but no, Cindy is a major part of helping me put something out.
Yeah, yeah.
Not necessarily the creative part of it or the actual creation of the piece, but she gives me the confidence to put it out.
I got you. No, I mean that's. I think that's a valuable thing, and I think just as creative people in general, I think it's important to have certain people around you who are able to, maybe their strengths are something that might be a weakness of yours.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I know the people that I have helping me, obviously Nick. When I go to Atlanta and stuff, like shout out to Freck, shout out to Jazz, all the people who kind of help me are all. And honestly, this wasn't on purpose on my behalf, but very social people. Yep. Not saying that I'm antisocial, but like when I'm doing the work, it's hard for me to like play both sides of the fence. Like
I'm 100% with you on that.
You know what I mean? So it's always good to, for me specifically, and what I do is have somebody there who's not afraid to talk and joke and get the morale up. Yep. You know what I mean? Because I'm over here.
That's where I come in.
Because I'm being quiet and trying to be a sniper in the corner, getting a certain shot, and sometimes I forget to speak when I'm holding the camera because I'm focusing on this. Like this is the main thing right here. I ain't got time to be talking for real, but every now and then I gotta catch myself and be like, "Oh, good job," or my favorite one is, "All right, one more time, let's do it again, one more." But now it's very important to have like a good team, a good support system, and when people know what their role is around you, and then you kind of know what your role is around them, because that way like you can let them just do what they do, right? And you can, what I'm saying, you can do what you do, and y'all not like bumping heads and stuff like that. So that's cool. I'm trying to think. Nick, you've been awfully quiet over there today. You were on episode 1, 3 today, and then obviously you were doing a lot of the BTS, taking all of the photos, things like that. Like what was your experience like? Not necessarily working with me, because I mean we've worked together a lot of times, but working on a project like this where you obviously know me, but then you obviously know the person that we're working for too.
Like I said, it's been super interesting because I am friends with Jay and I'm friends with you. Working with two men that I highly respect and seeing them create art together has been fun. It's been work. Like my arm is shaking. I got a little Michael J. Fox going on right now. My arm's shaking. Right?
Michael J. Fox. Yo.
But it's been a lot of fun just to see two people that I respect, two artists, two creators that I respect work together and create together. Mm-hmm. And the outcome has been amazing. Like, yeah, I love it. Sorry I'm not on camera, y'all, today. I forgot I was supposed to be on camera today, and I am not. I am looking like I belong in somebody's house. Okay?
Oh, all right. Man, I love the again, shout out to Nick. A lot of the photos on this one I really loved.
Yeah, they're dope. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
I would love to, I think I want to put together like a book.
Yeah,
with some of those photos.
That'll be fire. And yeah, I like the rollout for the show. We've had like conversations and stuff about it, and I just really want to get like some feedback from you in terms of how we've been rolling it out, how I've been posting, because I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but sometimes I like to just have the conversations with the person I'm working for, and then I like to just post it and collab it as opposed to sending it and then have the client post it, because sometimes you lose quality, sometimes they might not put like the right cover. Like this is where I kind of like micromanage, but not outwardly, but inwardly.
You want me to say it, Jaxon?
I'm gonna tell you this.
You want me to say it?
What? Go ahead.
Some clients be fucking up the product. Okay,
fucking the product up.
Some clients be cutting the coke with fucking baby formula and not goddamn crack. They be fucking up all this hard work. Okay, don't be screen recording the video that was sent to you and then post the shit that way. Listen, just let Not Jax Productions put that collab. Y'all could share it with your family and friends. Y'all could do all that shit. I'ma say it. I'ma say it every time.
But that's why I say too, like because every time I'll send the link. So it's like if you want to, like even if people want to, yeah, like if people want to share like off social media, and they can still like just share the link. You know what I'm saying? But like the social media part, I was like let me just.
I'd rather. Yeah. You must have read my mind, because I would rather it come out that way, because it's your product, right? Although I'm the subject and the Lovestronaut is the subject, it's your product. No matter what, like paid for, contract, whatever, it's still your product. So I have no qualms with you putting it out as a collab. Later on, I'll do a little clip here and there and put it out. But I'm good with it.
All right, cool.
I am not a social media person.
I got you. Yeah. No, I mean, I just always want to, because everybody's not like that. You know what I'm saying? Which I respect that too. Because even with that, I do feel like I've always asked you, like, all right, this is done. When did you want to post it? Are you cool with this? What time works best for you and stuff like that. But it's like, yeah, because I be seeing some people.
It be fucked up, y'all. Y'all be fucking up the product.
Not even me, but like sometimes like other people, like where that they've got something like professionally done, but them as the artist or the client, like they post it and it be pixelated, it be blurry. Like sometimes like the sound is like a little off or it's not synced right. And I'm like, damn, you must have posted this in like your basement or something with no Wi-Fi or. And it's like, damn, why not just let the person just post that shit and just collab you, or I don't know.
Even when I create art or I do commissions for people, they'll post like this blurry picture of it. I'm like, that's not helping.
You're not helping me.
Right? That's not helping people see what I created.
Yeah,
and that's when the confidence comes. Like after you have it, I'm confident about it because. You didn't say anything was wrong with it. You love it. You're smiling. That's when I can get super confident.
Got you.
So put that shit out right.
Oh, wait. I'm trying to think. What did I have? What was I saying? I was talking about the photos, talking about the process. Oh, let me tell y'all my favorites. I asked y'all. I don't think I answered my own question. I know that the popular favorite for you guys is the graffiti pier.
Yep.
But the video, the creation of episode 1 was probably my favorite. Just because it took a lot to put just in like the little like 90-second. But it came out really, really well, and we only really worked in that one like small area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the voiceover was perfect. Everything just went together really, 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 really perfect. And like from what I was envisioning, I felt like we nailed it.
Yeah.
So that was my perfect one as far as like the process, the visual. Favorite of mine, it was honestly the second one. We was outside.
Yeah, I love being outside.
Just because
the one I wasn't there.
that had nothing to do with it. Though. It's not because you weren't there. Like
that fling the camera at you, bro.
It was my favorite one because you weren't there. Like no, that's not
lies. The lies.
But no, like I'm talking about like the end result though, like the visuals of it. Because me personally, like my style of editing for the longest really has been like the get a lot of shots in a small moment of time,
right?
Like cutting like real quick, and then adding like the like the still images in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just really liked how that joint, like how it looked and how it flowed and everything.
I love
like
all
that.
3 of them, and I'm looking for. I can't wait to put them all up on the screen and have them playing. So
Yeah. But yeah, listen. May 4th, Lovestronaut show. I'm probably saying the name wrong, but JAE Martin. Is it JAE Martin the Lovestronaut or is
Jay
it
the Lovestronaut?
JAE the Lovestronaut?
Yeah, both of them.
But May 4th, man, come out, support. He's coming in with making 47 pieces. So hopefully, when the show is over, he don't got no pieces left because y'all bought all of them.
Lovely.
You know what I mean? I think that's all. I think that's all I got. Unless we had anything to add here. Any?
No, sir.
Was it questions, concerns?
No questions or concerns or suggestions, boss man. I'm good.
But thank you so much for trusting in us to to basically do the job and take your vision and mold it and shape it and shoot it and edit it and all of that and have it come out how you wanted it to come out. And I'm hoping, wishing and thinking and manifesting and putting it out there that you're gonna have a dope show, a great show.
I truly appreciate that. And again, if 10 people show up and they all leave smiling, I think it was a good show.
Indeed, but
we want more than 10
it's gonna
people.
be more. Yeah, it's gonna be more than 10 people there. And yes, and Nick, thank you always for helping BTS. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nick.
Yes, sir.
And everything like that. And I'm Jaxon, man. I'm Jaxon from Not Jax Productions. This is Behind the Shoot, the podcast. So if anybody else wants to come on and get on the pod, you can only get on the pod if we've already shot some work for you. That's the catch. It ain't
work.
It ain't just
He's worth it.
It ain't just thank you. It ain't just to come on here and shoot the shit. But after we have a shoot or a series or a campaign or whatever it is, and then you want to come on and talk about it, man, that's what the Behind the Shoot pod is for. Because if it ain't no shoot, it's nothing for us to get behind and talk about. So
unless we go into my business, and then that's something else.
Oh Lord, we almost made it through an entire. We almost made it through.
I didn't say anything crazy, Jaxon. I didn't say anything crazy. Behind the Shoot, let's go.
But nah, man, notjaxproductions.com. Don't wait till you become famous to tell the world your story. We are out of here, man. Chill.